What is going on, guys? Dippin Diesel back for another video on this 1990 non-intercooled 12 valve. So in today's video, we're going to be mainly focusing on the interior of this truck. You guys saw that I ripped out the carpet, I ripped out the bench sheet last video, and we found some rust in the floorboard. It's not as bad as it could be, but there is still rust. The driver's side and the passenger side. Passenger side was a little bit worse. I think most of that is, a little bit of surface rust, but there is still some pretty good rust on there. I think that mainly rusted because when I took the AC out and I didn't have that block off plate there, and it rained, and you guys know that I had like 5 gallons of water inside this engine, and the rain was just getting soaked in that part of the carpet, and I think that's the main reason why it rusted on the passenger side so much, because I don't think that much rain can get through that back window and travel all the way here and sit right there. So I think it's when that plate wasn't there and it started to rust. So it's not too bad. It's not rusted through, which I'm thankful for. I have the angle grinder with the wire cone attachment on, ready to go and tackle this floor. So I just got back from Walmart and I spent $144 on some more vinyl for the decals that I have for sale on my website. We have some first gen life ones. Like I said in previous videos, this was a test decal, so they're not going to be black unless you want black. But first gen life, got the first gen grill on there, and then we also have some second gen life ones. If you guys are new to the channel, I have a second gen as well. Now we were doing an axle swap on. So I have a first gen and second gen life decals. Second gen life one has the second gen grill. So if you guys want to help support the channel, hit the link in the description below and pick yourself up a decal. But as I was saying, I went to Walmart. I picked up some spray paint for the interior pieces. I am going to do flat black with some satin clear. They were all out of flat clear, so I had to go satin. Not sure how it's going to turn out, but we will see with some satin. Got some headliner adhesive. We are going to be redoing the headliner. I bought this fabric for Brendan's truck, the second gen, but I got the wrong size and it wasn't big enough to do the whole headliner. But this is 144 inches by 44 inches, which is going to be perfect for this headliner. Most of it is still intact. We have a couple tears right here and right here, which I think once the fabric's on there, it'll kind of hold it together a little bit more. And then for the floorboard, we have some 2-in-1 rust reform and seal undercoating. So we're gonna paint that on, get it all wire coned. I'll probably take a sander to it just to scuff up majority of it, because I'm gonna hit mainly the rust spots with that wire cone, and then I'll take some sandpaper on a DA sander. So this rust reform can adhere pretty good and not chip up. I am gonna be doing new carpet on this thing, so I just need to get something down to stop the rust. We have some sandpaper to sand down the interior pieces over there. I am gonna try to set the sandblaster pretty low and hold the nozzle away from the plastics and see if I can sandblast them, because I really don't want to sand down all of those plastics for the interior. But if I need to, I have some 400 grit to sand down those interior pieces. I have some JB Weld plastic weld. Some of the interior pieces are broken or cracked, so I'm gonna try to JB Weld them so that they don't crack even more, and JB Weld the pieces that are broken. So without further ado, let's get working on this floorboard and get all this rust off, and we can paint on that rubberized undercoating and get this floorboard not as rusty. So the first coat of the undercoating on the floorboard is complete. I probably will end up doing a second coat for more protection. I didn't buy a regular paintbrush, so I couldn't get in here, couldn't get around there, and I couldn't get in that seam right there. Not sure if I want to do the inside of here. I'll probably do that with a paintbrush. If I do it with a paintbrush, I didn't go all the way up because the interior plastic is going to cover that, and there's no rust on that anyway, so I left it like that. I went all the way up until the seam sealer because the carpet will cover that, all this undercoating, and you'll only see after the seam sealer with the carpet, so I don't want to go up all the way and have it look weird. It may not look weird, but we'll see how it looks when I get new carpet. And if I need to paint the actual firewall with the undercoating, I will. And that paintbrush left a bunch of fibers from it, but carpet's going on top of it, so it doesn't really matter. There was some rust holes. I know you guys are probably giving me hell about that. I didn't feel like patching those. I hate sheet metal, welding sheet metal, because it just burns through. So first coat, it looks amazing compared to what it looked like before. I think it came out really good, and I still have like half a quart left. So I may be able to just buy another paintbrush or paint roller and possibly do the frame. So let me know if I should do the frame or not with the rest of that, or I'm just gonna, do another coat on here and use the rest of it for something else, I guess. So I'm testing the sandblaster to see if we can sandblast all of the plastics. This is probably like half of them. And I did a test piece right there. You can see it's really dull compared to the shininess. It made the finish real nice and dull. I think we're good to go at this PSI that I set it to. I think it's at like 40 PSI maybe. That's about 35 PSI. I can probably bump it up just a tiny bit more, and we'll be able to sandblast these plastics, and I won't have to sand them down by hand. And I think the paint will really adhere to that spot that's sandblasted. So I'm gonna go ahead, sandblast all of these, turn the pressure up just a tiny bit more, probably to 40 PSI. You really don't want to sandblast plastic, but if you got low enough pressure and you're holding the nozzle, a good distance away, you can do it safely, and that way I won't have to hand sand all of these dang pieces. The first round of black interior pieces are drying. I have to leave really quick because I'm gonna go pick something up for the old first gen that we talked about in the last video. It's not exactly what I want, but I cannot pass up on this deal, so let's go get them. This guy named Wes Eli commented on my last video where I talked about doing the interior on the first gen, and he mentioned about getting some F-150 seats because they sit lower. I noticed actually on Marketplace, whenever you see like Chevy seats pretty tall off of the floorboard, so that's going to make you sit taller inside the cab, and I don't think I would have liked that. So I literally hopped on Marketplace last night and I found these, hell of a deal, $100 for the pair. You can't beat that. I didn't really find any Chevy seats, and since I'm doing the interior right now, I kind of wanted something that I could get my hands on right now, and $100, that's cheap. They do need some cleaning up, I'll give it that. The guy said if he cleaned up, he was going to charge $100 each, so it would have been $200 seats, but I think I can clean it up pretty good. And what's good about some F-150 seats is, you see all those commercials. F-150 is the most sold truck in the US. These things are easy to find. There's a ton of them. They're super cheap to buy, $100. And they make seat covers, thousands of seat covers for them. So it's not going to be hard if they don't really come clean, which I think they will with some Purple Power. I can get some seat covers because they are like a light tan color, and and that will kind of clash with the whole color scheme inside the truck. So seat covers for these may be an option. So we'll just have to see what it looks like when the interior is all done and those seats cleaned up to see if the light can works with all the black. If it doesn't, then we'll get some seat covers. If they don't clean up, then we'll get some seat covers, which is not really a big deal. So I'm heading back to the shop right now. We got Thor with me, and we won't do anything with these seats today. We'll probably start working on doing some custom brackets to fit these seats in this first gen tomorrow. I need to finish up all the interior pieces tonight. It just, I had to wait till it got a little bit cooler outside because it was about 95 degrees out today, and you don't want to paint when it's that hot. The only good thing was that it wasn't humid at all, so I didn't really sweat too bad. But yeah, we're headed back to the shop, and we're gonna finish up with those interior pieces for the first gen. Like, come on guys, tell me if you had $100 to spend on some seats that you needed for your truck, tell me you wouldn't buy these. The passenger seat cleaned up really good. I literally just vacuumed it. I didn't even, you know, try to use an extractor on this. I don't even have an extractor, but came really clean. You can see it's a little dark right there. I think just a quick shampoo of that seat be like brand new. And then we got the driver's side over here. Not sure what that is. Looks like a little burn or something. Not too bad though. I think this will all come up. It's like a, I don't know. It looks like something rusty got sat on the chair. And then that, I think that will come up with some degreaser. But overall, I think I got a pretty good deal on these two seats right here. And we're going to throw them in and make some custom brackets for it tomorrow. So guys, definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's video on this first gen. It's been a long day, and I can't believe that it's only, I don't even know what time it is right now. I think it's like 5 o'clock. But, see some doves right there. I love dove. You guys dove hunt? Flying right there. 2 on that pole barn. But pretty much most of the day took cleaning up this floorboard and painting it. It took a couple hours. And I'm still not even done yet because that's not done. I don't have a paintbrush. But literally, I don't think I'm going to get to the headliner today. I may not. I'm not sure. I might just save it for tomorrow. Still waiting for these plastics to dry. I did another coat, and then I painted that one, this one, and this one because I used that that JB Weld plastic on the backside because it was cracked right there. This one was cracked right there, and this one was cracked right there. So I put that JB Weld stuff on the backside to try to stiffen it up and make it so it doesn't break off. Still have these pieces to sandblast and clean up. I didn't mess with them because it's got the adhesive from that sound deadening that they put on the back window there to try to keep water out, and that has glue on it from the interior carpet that was draped on the back of that behind the seats. So today was just pretty much getting all the accent pieces and doing the floorboard. I didn't really have much planned for today's video. Tomorrow's video, we're gonna do some fabrication and put these seats in. But I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer, finish painting these up. These may take a little bit longer to dry now that the sun's going down and the temperature's dropping. But overall, I think it was a pretty good day. We made some progress on the interior on this truck, and it is coming along. I think we just need to, oh, he's getting it on. That bird's f***ing right now. That bird was laying pipe on top of the pole barn right there. That dove, man. There's still a ton of work to do to this interior. I'm debating on taking this dashboard out and painting it the matte black. We still need to make some aluminum door cards. I know I'd probably say it every video, but I'm still mad that these mothers painted this dang truck green literally everywhere, man. if they just would have left it, the paint was good underneath, but they did paint it, and this is what it looks like now. So we still have a ton of work to do on this interior. It's not even close to being done. But guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on this 1990 non-intercooled 12 valve. We're hopping right back into it tomorrow. So guys, check back tomorrow. There will be another video out on this first gen. And I'll be able to show you all the progress I made after this video with all the interior pieces. Won't put them in until the headliner's done. So hopefully it looks good. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and we will see you in the next one. Dippin' Diesel out. Before I go, check out my website for the first gen life decals and the second gen life decals. Thank you. Peace.